Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Foundry. I'm JB here with Ken, and today we are reviewing episode 4 of She-Hulk on Disney Plus. What's the title of this one, my man?
Is this not real magic?
Real Magic. So this one was, man, they were breaking walls left, right, and center in this episode, which I really liked.
Ooh,
Yeah.
they did.
Kind of the main focal point. Wong is back, baby.
Wong.
Yeah,
Love
good
some
old.
Wong.
Yeah, Wong's great, dude. Wong is fantastic. I like him a lot in this show too. He's just a regular dude who watches like Sopranos on Netflix and shit. I like that.
That was
That was pretty funny too. That was pretty good because it's funny because I was like, man, I'm thinking about getting back to Sopranos too, and he's like, man, he's watching. I'm like, that's a sign. I like how. And you know, a lot of media, they're like, oh, something popular, let's put it in our show. Then it comes out 2 years later or something, and it's kind of dated and it feels weird, like a weird, like, oh, they're trying to connect. I'm like,
right.
but the wrong way. But I feel like She-Hulk is like really on the ball with a lot of their shit. Like it was filmed like maybe weeks ago or even months, you know. Like I feel like they're really on the ball because was it last couple episodes there was like she was scrolling through like Twitter or something, and they used real tweets from real accounts
Yeah.
on the
was it
episode.
real accounts? I don't know. They might
Or
have
real,
just made up.
yeah, I think real actual tweets, but from fake people or something. But
Yeah.
I'm
something
like, that's
that. But
cool.
yeah,
Like,
that
that's
was, like,
funny.
The last episode or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So this episode was pretty good. I was really worried because I have the last 2 shows watched, Moon Knight and Miss Marvel. After episode 3, I feel like the show really plateaued, and so I was really scared heading to this one. And I was like, oh man, here we go, like make or break it. Here we go. But it was good. It was a banger. It was a banger indeed.
Yeah,
I liked it.
This one started off pretty strong. I mean, you were just talking about the Twitter stuff, and they specifically break the fourth wall and mention that Wong's in this episode right at the beginning, and they're like, that'll hold off the Twitter mobs or something. I was
Yeah,
like,
for a week. I'm like,
"Hey."
yeah, that's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Sure, that was good.
yeah. They know what they're doing. Yeah, the She-Hulk's it's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good. I'm surprised that I'm honestly surprised by it, by all of it. So just kind of, I guess, through this episode, Wong has an issue with this some Guberino practicing magic at his shows and using, I guess, some mystic art techniques that he learned, and that he wants to legally apprehend him and stop him from doing that, from like messing with the real world, with his fake
which
magic
seems a little-
stuff.
seems a little silly because they've literally dealt with other sorcerers themselves before. But like, whatever. It's just it's the plot of this.
Yeah, what if Johnny Blaze, where the fuck his name is, just wants his 2 boys back, you know? What if he just needs to go to a different dimension and get his boys back?
That's funny. That's really funny.
My boys.
Because that's actually where it seems like they send them, because they have all those demons come out. So the Donnie Blaze guy, he's messing with the portal ring. I don't remember what it's called in one of his shows, and he sends a girl to like a demon dimension that makes a pact with the devil and then finds Wong. That was so weird to me. She was so casual about that.
That's the type of girl that like would interact with the goat devil and like be okay with it and come out on top. That's the kind of
and
person.
be just fine.
Mhm.
Totally cool. But like he does it again in another future show, but he accidentally has the demon whatever they are come out
and muck
and,
it
like,
up.
attack the audience. And so when he calls on Wong to help, he's like, please. And this is after, of course, they're already in trial about this. So it's like, he messed up real bad.
Yeah.
But like he opens up the portal and sends a bunch of them to a different place, which just looks like a snowy place on Earth, which seems like the same place where they were in or in the movie.
Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, the one and only, that movie. Yes.
Right, exactly. It seems very similar to that. So I'm like, does he just always send them to a wintry
It's
place?
like they only have 2 teleporters, one to hell and one to Antarctica. It's like the only 2 places they go.
Like, is that really the best solution too? Like, what if they don't die in there? What if they're impervious to weather?
They're just really cold. Yeah.
They're just gonna go find a nearby town and like wreak havoc.
I know. It's like, not my problem. I got Sopranos to watch, man. Like, I've got pizza rolls done in 20 minutes. I need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
That was funny. I like Wong. I like Madison with two N's and a Y, but the Y isn't where you think.
Yeah, that was stupid, but it was You know, she went with it every time. She was consistent.
I was really annoyed by her, but I like her little thing, like how she's like, "Oh, Wong's gonna be my bestie," because he's just randomly chilling in his like, just chilling in a room, and then she just plops out of a portal, and he's like, "Where the fuck did you come from?" And she's like, "Yeah, I fought like a he devil, goat man, killed some goblins. Are you the Goblin King? Do I need to kill you?" And she's just like,
Yeah, she's
"What's
like,
next?"
My mom's from here, my dad's from here, but I moved here. Like, I didn't need your life story. I wanted where you just came from. Like, it's so funny. It was pretty good. But we also get a bit of She-Hulk doing some dating.
Yeah, she's in this
online
episode.
Dating.
Yeah.
She's
Young
is in this
female,
episode.
young single female lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very interesting that she has such bad luck with dating until she became She-Hulk. Because I'm like, that I don't see. You don't hear about that. Most of the people I hear about, it's really easy for women to find people,
Yeah.
whereas it's really hard for men. So that was a little bit, maybe I'm just not aware of that, but maybe it is the case. I guess she's in her 30s, so maybe that also adds to it.
Yeah,
I think she
maybe.
says something about, dating in your 30s. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, like for the dudes that she was going out with, like those like some of them were pretty fucking jacked, handsome lads, like they were
Yeah.
some great looking dudes. And Jennifer Walters, like I don't know, like personally, like she doesn't do a whole lot for me, but like that's just me though. But like
but she's also, I think the point is she's not trying that hard as like,
exactly, yeah,
herself. She's just like, I want to be me. They should like me for the inner me, and like it just shouldn't matter what photo type of thing. And then she does the She-Hulk stuff, and she's like, let me take this really nice, flattering photo. And she's not really comparing apples to apples on that because she's not taking.
Oh, I see what you're
photo as,
doing. Yeah,
you
so
know,
it's kind of like she sets
herself.
herself up for failure, and then when she actually puts effort in, she succeeds, and she's just like, "See, I can't win." And it's like, well, if like you're just going about it the wrong way. I see what you're trying to say now. I think that's a very good point.
You just gotta find that self-confidence. And
Mhm.
maybe that's kind of what part of her journey is.
It's like that one Looney Tunes basketball thing where it's like where he's like, "Hey, drink this." He's like, "Nah, man, it was water. The power was in you all along." That's the
Yep.
comparison I think they
Yeah,
wanted you to
that's
make.
interesting.
It's called that. What's that movie called? Space
You're
Jam.
Talking about Space Jam.
Yeah, Space Jam.
Yes.
That's the one. The Space Jam syndrome. That's a real thing. Look it up. Lawyer it.
There you go.
If anyone looks
You'll
that up.
find that. And
Yeah.
nothing else about Space Jam. but make
Probably
sure to
not.
Have safe search on.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the stuff about Wong. Wong was pretty good. I like her in relationship. Wong. I like when they mesh together real world situations mixed in with like the goofy, the Kamatosh and the mystic arts. That's awesome.
Yeah.
When they do it really well and they think about it, it's awesome. It's great. I really don't like. There are a lot of scenes in trials and stuff like that where it's really jokey and comical, and I wish it was a bit more serious because it really just irks me. Maybe I've seen too many like Law and Order
No, I agree with
episodes
you.
or something where I'm just like they're not like professional at all.
This
They're
isn't
just
how this
constant.
works.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
not how it would work. Like, you take me a little bit out when you're in a very like lawyery, like this should be very serious type of situation, and you're a little too jokey. Like the people on both sides constantly interrupting and saying, and then the guy doing magic in the middle of the place, like that would not hold up at all. Like that would be stopped immediately. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So like, especially when you compare it to something that is more serious, like the person who's going to be in the show, Daredevil, like that one has a lot more of a serious, despite there's actually not that many in court scenes, unfortunately. I wish there was more in that show.
I know, it's
But
so
when they
good.
do it, it's very serious, and it like makes sense. They use correct terms from what I know, and it brings you into the show more because you feel like this seems legit.
Yeah, believable.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very realistic. After all, She-Hulk is a comedy, so they've really got to hit the nail on the head with all those funny jokes. I did laugh a little bit in it. Maybe I was in a good mood, but like I did think some of the stuff was funny. I can't remember what.
Yeah, no, I think it still does. I mean, despite what we're just talking about, I think it still does a pretty good job of mixing the jokes and having it still believable enough that you're like, okay, sure, and then whatever jokes you want to throw in there. I think it's still a decent mix.
Yeah, I'm still really worried about Daredevil because it's episode 4, And
Yeah.
he was not mentioned in this episode. He was not in it. There's no Easter egg. There's no nothing. There's just still nothing. When I was on Twitter, I've been watching these episodes in a weird order, just because we had our review kind of planned little mess with. So I kind of I didn't watch an episode right when I was supposed to. So there were tweets coming out saying like, oh, there's like, oh man, like is Daredevil in this episode? I was like, nope, he's not. People are just rude. And then. So it just kind of worries me. I was like, man, like how, like, is he going to be like a little tiny bit of character? Like, or is he, I was hoping that he'd have more of a presence in the show.
Yeah, I agree, because it would make sense since they're both, you know,
Lawyers.
in law and everything. It
Yeah.
would be a cool team effort. And like, I still don't know, like that whole scene in the last episode, at the very end of the episode, where
Yeah.
those people like
They
attacked
barely
them,
talked
they followed
about
up
that.
a little bit.
Yeah.
With the dad like being like, I'm gonna help protect you. I got cameras and all this stuff. And she was like, nah, I'll just beat him up again. And I'm like, okay, yes, that makes sense. But like, they said they were trying to get stuff for their boss. Who's their freaking boss? Like, you're gonna drop that in the middle of the show and then not like follow up or like continue to have some hints.
I know, could
in the
have
next
someone like
episode about
in the
it.
courtroom, like looking from her POV, or someone suspicious looking on, like, oh, like
Yeah.
she's being watched or
Keep
something.
that thread going, you know. Don't completely drop it, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No
be
one's
like,
gonna remember
"Where's
that.
that?"
No
Yeah.
one's gonna remember that by the next week, the next episode. Like they barely mentioned it, where she just says, "Oh, it's okay. I don't need to call the cops. Like I'm a Hulk." And I'm like, as someone who's like a lawyer, you know, maybe you should like call the cops. You know, that seemed a little uncharacteristic.
Especially they weren't normal people. They clearly had like
Weapons and shit. You know, like
yeah.
she's the only person out there who's ever a threat. You know, God
Yeah.
forbid that people the next day get murdered by those same weapons.
That's true. That is
Bad
true.
responsibility. It was kind of sad at the end of the episode, because at one point she was feeling a date. She finally had a great date. She really liked somebody,
Yeah.
and then it got rudely interrupted by Wong, because they needed help with a bunch of goblin demon things that were
Yeah,
accidentally
yeah.
spawned out of a show via Blaze Man, Donnie Blaze.
Donnie Blaze.
Yeah, not the guy who rides it like it has a skull on fire and stuff. Not him.
Yeah. Maybe related.
Maybe
Maybe that's a or a nod. I don't know.
yeah.
Seems
Isn't
a little too close to not be related or somehow a nod to it.
I feel really weird that Ned is like from Spider-Man, is like a magician, or what are they called?
True. He can do that, and we haven't followed up on that at all.
Nope.
There's been no other mention of that.
Nope. You feel like it'd be like, oh, he's a part of our training class. Like he just gets wiped out in Kamatosh in the Doctor Strange fucking movie.
Jeez.
He just gets fucking killed. It's like his skeleton. No, that'd be terrible. That's not great.
But no, where you were going with that was it was sad at the end of the episode because she was on that date. It was going really well, and he seemed like a really nice dude. He was even reading a book about being a like bad feminists or something.
Yeah.
Like while she came back after fighting all the demon goblin things, and so you're like, oh, dude, this is like a genuine good dude. He was like interested in her and all those things, and then in the morning when she's not in her She-Hulk form, he was like, I'm gonna go. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
That's such a dick move, man.
Yeah. He was not into. She's like, I made breakfast, and I was like, yikes.
How do you like have a great date, get it on, and be like, nah,
I
I'm
get.
just gonna leave. like,
Yeah.
right to your face.
How awkward! Like that guy's got some serious fucking like stones. It'd be like that confrontational, and just be like, "This does nothing for me. I am leaving." It's like, no, it's literally like it's
I mean,
just
he
it's
was
just
honest.
breakfast.
Like, give him that, but like,
Yeah.
you think you would at least stay for breakfast and be like, yeah, this was nice.
Yeah,
and
this
then
was
maybe
nice.
be like, I'm not into the whole switching between thing, and I liked you better in this, like, whatever afterwards. But like, damn, that was rough. That was actually probably the most I felt out of something in the show so far, because I was like, wow, that's tough.
Yeah, that sucks for her. I felt for her too. I'm like, man, like another like reason why like her confidence is kind of like at a low is because like she's like I said, she's putting her it's like She-Hulk on a platform, and She-Hulk is doing so much better and being successful in every single field with men, relationships, with her job, more than Jennifer Walters is, So it's
True.
it's a
Yeah.
weird. I hope for like the sake of the show, like constantly downing and like Jennifer Walters can never succeed. Like at the end of the show, is Jennifer gonna win, or is it just gonna be like normal girl can't get the job done? You got to be a beefy green lady in order to like win at life. Like, what's the lesson to be learned here? Hopefully
Yeah.
something. Honest, I'm being serious too, because like hopefully there's something, because like the show is like has very strong themes of like empowering women and stuff, and like hey, like she doesn't need to be afraid anymore. She gets to do what she wants, and she's people look at her differently, and that's what she's wanted her whole life, to have that kind of respect. And I hope at some point it's just like, hey, Jen, like the power was in you all along to have a great relationship with men if you wanted to, or like have a great single life, or like be great at your job. It was all deep down. You just needed to like be persistent, keep working hard, and not turn green.
Yeah.
I hope there's
Just
something
keep
like
at
that.
what you were already doing and be that strong individual you are. I hope there's something like that, and it's not just like I am She-Hulk. Like she just like becomes one with She-Hulk.
She's like,
and
I'm
it's
She-Hulk
like,
forever now. Jennifer Walters
Yeah.
sucks.
yeah, that would destroy like.
It's
all
like you're
what they're
nothing
trying to
with the
build up.
suit kind of thing with Spider-Man and Iron Man. He's like,
Yeah.
then yeah.
True.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Hopefully,
I guess we'll see.
Yeah,
We have a
hopefully-
couple episodes.
hopefully she is something with the suit, but like, I don't know, yeah, maybe she's not trying enough or something. Who knows? it's that profound confidence that she finds like whenever she is She-Hulk, maybe. Is that wearing a
Yeah.
mask, or something.
True,
But
true.
a lot of weird stuff going on, like weird themes and everything with the show. But I think a lot of it is for cheap laughs, and at the end of the day, it's going to be going for a weird connection to something else that you'll be hyped about. So,
I'm sure it will be.
I know recently, we had a bunch of other stuff like announced and different shows and movies and whatnot and different groups and stuff like that being brought together for shit. Isn't like
Dude, yeah.
Abomination part of some big group now?
Nope.
Nope.
That's why people are surprised, because you'd think he would be a part of the Thunderbolts, but he is not. It
He's
is,
not.
Like,
Oh shit.
it's a bunch of like just superhumans and a couple assassins or something.
Yeah, so I can't remember. Oh, was it Black Widow's cousin or whatever who was in Hawkeye, the show?
Yep.
Her,
got her.
U.S. agent, right? From
U.S. agent. We have the
David
Winter
Harbour?
Soldier.
yeah,
We have David Harbour.
Yeah,
We
David
have,
Harbour. the superhero himself.
What the frick else?
His name was Red Guardian. That's his name.
Yes, Red Guardian.
Uh,
I think that might be it.
hold
And
on.
I guess what's her face that's been organized the group was in the photo.
the girl from what's her name? God damn it, dude.
Julia Louis Dreyfus.
Oh yeah, Baron is Baron Zemo in it? Or oh yeah, no, it's just characters reading. Taskmaster.
oh, that's the other one. Taskmaster. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what's the girl? Is that the girl from the Ant-Man 2 movie? The
Oh yeah. Ghost or something.
Ghost. I don't remember. I did not like that movie a whole lot, so I stopped watching it halfway through.
It's such a weird group. It's not what I would expect for that, to be honest. Because I've wholeheartedly expected Abomination, especially after he was just in the show.
Yeah, because I heard the Thunderbolts quote the Dark Avengers. People expected Abomination and like Red Hulk in it and stuff, and the white version of Vision and stuff. I saw a lot of stuff, and even Baron
Yeah, there's a
Zemo.
lot of theories about that, but I guess they went in a different direction.
Yeah,
But I
maybe-
guess we're beyond.
yeah. Sorry. Well, maybe we'll react to that at some point or something. I don't know. Yeah. Well, we'll see. But well, what do you give this episode? I'm gonna give it a 7, a 7.5. I lied.
Dude, this is tough because I think I've been consistently giving 7. I think I've given it a 7 for every episode so far. Maybe it was a 6 one of those, but I think I would agree with. I would say an 8 actually. I like this episode the most out of a lot of the episodes.
I agree. I you know what? We'll just call it a Foundry 8. There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Episode 4 is an 8. So we got 2 more episodes, you guys, left of this. If you guys are watching, appreciate all the support you guys are leaving for all the Foundry reviews and stuff that we know we got Miss Marvel. That's a little late, but it's also being uploaded in a couple weeks. I'm sure we'll have some Andor content for you guys as well. We may not be super on the ball with that because a lot of us have a lot of stuff going on with work and personal lives or some whatever that is. But we appreciate like all the comments you guys are leaving. You guys are like super into the reviews. I'm actually learning a lot from you guys that you guys are discussing in the comments. So I, for one, really appreciate it. I know the rest of the slugs do. And we'll see you guys later on the next review for the next episode of She-Hulk. But until then, bye, you guys.
Peace.